Hey, y'all, I am all smiles today because you know what? Got one of my favorite guys in the kitchen with me and my favorite food. Bobby, Deen, and a potato. First, Bobby and I are making a baked potato bar with all the fixings, a cream seafood topping and a steak and mushroom topping. Is that not yummy? Then, Bobby is sharing his recipe for the most outrageous lime-marinated chicken wings with an avocado dip. He's going in, y'all. He's going in. And finally, you never know what you're gonna get with these cheesecake surprise pops. Well, I've got our potatoes washed and I've got them dried, Bobby, because today we're gonna do like buffet-type food that you can serve a crowd. Do you know, I remember when y'all were young, one of the things that I do when I threw y'all a birthday party, I would do potato bars. Now, first, we're gonna do a steak and mushroom topping. We've got us a nice top sirloin steak that we've cut in strips, and we're sauteing that off in a little oil. So you kind of watch over that, Bobby, and I'm gonna get our potatoes ready for the oven, okay?
I got it.
All right, I'm gonna use 4 Idaho potatoes that I have washed and dried off. Now I'm gonna just take a fork and I'm just gonna prick them, and that'll help the insides cook just a wee bit quicker. And all it takes is just one poke, y'all, okay? So there we go. Now I'm gonna take our potatoes and I'm gonna roll them in a little olive oil.
Yeah.
Because we're gonna salt our skins. And of course, you have to have the surfaces damp so that the salt will stick to them. Now, Bobby is dicing up our bell peppers because we're getting everything ready for the next topping that we're gonna do in a few minutes, and that's gonna be a seafood topping. All right, so I'm just gonna toss this in kosher salt. I do like using the kosher versus a table salt because it's bigger and it doesn't evaporate onto the potato. Now, I've got my oven set at 350 degrees, and I'm gonna bake these potatoes for about an hour and 15 minutes. All right, in the oven those go. Well, I'm gonna step down here and look at our steak.
It's brown and it looks good.
Yeah, it's brown. We've used a top sirloin, and I've got an onion here that I wanna just slice up and throw in there. All right, so just strip that onion just like that. There's so many ways that you can please everybody with the same dish. You've got your meat, your vegetables. In fact, speaking of vegetables, you can even do a potato for a vegetarian. You know, you can do a broccoli and cheese topping or like grilled off eggplant,
or
zucchini.
spinach.
Now, we're just using a regular button mushroom, but you could take the opportunity to use any type of mushroom. You can use strips of portobello, which is very...
You could do a portobello. You could do one of these with just portobello.
Absolutely.
And onion and cheese.
Yum.
Well, I sure do love coming over here and cooking with you.
Oh, gosh, son. It makes me so happy when you show up.
Oh, I know it, dude.
Or when Jamie shows up, or Bubba.
No, me.
You. Say, leave Jamie out of this equation.
And Bubba.
Okay, son. We're gonna just put that steak onto our platter.
All right.
Do you remember the day we were at the Best Western?
Oh, God.
Our truck. I guess that's a yes.
Yes, I remember every day that we were at the Best Western.
Well, our truck didn't show up, our food truck, y'all. And the food truck was usually there like 8 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock at the latest.
Excuse me, are you making a roux right now?
No, I'm fixing to, yeah, kinda. I'm making a gravy or a sauce.
Not a real roux.
No, I'm not doing a real roux. But I'm gonna add some butter to the pan. And we've got all that wonderful beef stock.
Oh, yeah.
So if you'll just sprinkle, Bobby, like a tablespoon of flour.
Okay. All right, now refresh me on what happened.
Okay.
How were we funny that day?
Oh, God, it was actually very horrible.
Oh, those are the funniest days.
So the truck, I think I'd like maybe just a wee little bit more flour, Bobby, not much.
Truck didn't show up, because I'm actually having trouble remembering this.
Are you?
Truck didn't show up, and what happened?
That's perfect. How could you forget, son?
You want this yet?
No, not yet. Let me kind of wet all this down.
Ooh, the food
so the
doesn't
truck
show up.
didn't show up, so we only had a limited amount of
Did we take the
food.
day off?
No, we didn't take the day off. We spent the afternoon crying.
Yeah.
Drying Mama's tears. Now I'm gonna add a can of extra rich beef broth, y'all. And let this cook up.
And then are you gonna add all the meat and onions back to the broth?
Right, we're gonna put the steak and the onions back in there, and then we're gonna toss in the mushrooms. And if you'll excuse me just 1 second, I'm gonna get a whisk out so I can whisk. So it was just devastating. I remember jumping all over the food purveyors. I said, "What do you think you're doing? Not showing up?"
That's the day they learned what order they were going to make their deliveries in, wasn't it?
Well, see, we were a very, very, very tiny fish in a very, very big pond.
I remember one morning when I got to work, I was the one opening up the
Bobby.
restaurant. Y'all, this
So
place,
remember.
our place was,
I'm gonna add a little pepper, tiny bit of salt.
our place was, it was a restaurant inside of a motel where they did a free continental breakfast. And that was kind of the breakfast business that we expected every day was the people who to go fix their continental and then come in and sit at our tables
have a cup of coffee,
and have a
maybe.
cup of coffee.
We were competing against free every day of our life.
So I walk into work one morning to open the place up by myself. What, you working with that handle?
I'm gonna turn that. Oops, got caught in my shirt that time.
I walked in one morning to open the place up by myself.
Because we normally didn't have any business.
Normally there was nothing going on. So I walk in and throw the switch on the door and turn around to go put on a pot of coffee for myself. And I hear the door open and I turn around and look, and 3 softball teams walk in. And I'm not talking about kids. I ain't talking about little kids. I'm talking about grown, big men that play softball like for a living in a league. I was cooking, I was taking orders, and I was filling coffee all at the same time by myself. And you know what? That's the only day that I've ever cried about our business. That was, at the time, not funny.
Son,
Now,
I'm so sorry.
Very funny.
But yeah, you know, it's things like that that build character.
those are the things that don't kill you.
Yeah, huh? All right, so we're gonna cover that, let it
We are
simmer
gonna
for
cover it.
about 30 minutes,
Okay.
and we're gonna take a break. And when we come back, we're gonna do one of your favorite dishes, aren't we? Coming up, we're gonna be finishing our decadent toppings for the ultimate baked potato bar. God
They're both
did
pretty great.
so good when he gave us the potato. And later, my baby boy's lime-marinated chicken wings with a fabulous avocado dip. I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break. We're doing all sorts of buffet foods that work real good for a crowd. That casual dining I know that my family and I love so much. So, Bobby, we have our mushrooms, our onions, our steak. All we need now, Bobby, is about a tablespoon of Worcestershire, son.
Yep.
And if you would throw in that ½ a cup of sour cream.
All right.
We're really taking this almost to like a beef stroganoff.
Yeah.
Now, over here in this pot, Bobby had diced up a green bell pepper and an onion, and I've sauteed it off in a little oil. And in this pot, we're gonna make a seafood topping to go on our potatoes. I'm gonna add a ½ a stick of butter, and then I'm gonna toss in about 3 tablespoons of flour. All right, so here we go.
I'm cheating. Oh my goodness.
It's delicious.
Can I help you with that?
Yes, if you would grab the spoon and take over. Now I'm gonna add about a cup and a half of half and half. And if you'd kind of just stir that. If you need to use a whisk, switch to a whisk. I've got one in that drawer over there. No, I have one right here, son,
Do you?
here. Don't even have to dig for it. This is gonna be so good. I'm adding a bell pepper and an onion. I've sauteed it off in a little oil. When you think of seafood, you think of it having just like a light little pink color to it. So I'm gonna add about a teaspoon of ketchup just to give that a slight pinky cast. All right, and the next ingredient is gonna be about a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. We want this to be nice and thick. And to help us get this nice and thick, we're gonna toss in 2 cups of toasted off breadcrumbs. I'm adding those breadcrumbs because it's gonna give it body. If you'll switch to a spoon now. And I'm using 1 pound of lump crab meat, y'all. The last thing I wanna add, Bobby, is like the juice of a half a lemon because
Something about citrus and seafood.
lemon and seafood. I mean, it's always a perfect combination. See how thick that is? I've got our potatoes out of the oven. All right, Bobby, look at these neat little chafing dishes that I have. All I have to do is light the candles, and this is just gonna be perfect to hold our hot toppings. So if you'd load up our little chafing dishes.
All right.
Gosh, doesn't that look good, y'all? Love a potato bar. Perfect. So look at this, you just put the lids
covering it
on
up?
them. Well, only for a second. Now look over here, Bobby. I've got, for those that don't like meats or seafood.
Margarine?
No, we got butter. And we got a nice cheddar cheese, we got chives, we've got bacon, and we've got sour cream. So everybody is gonna be able to fix their potato any way they want it.
Everybody's gonna be able to fix their potato any way they want it.
Yes.
After us.
After us. And look at our potatoes.
I get 2 and you get 2?
Look at that. Look at the steam coming off that potato. It's cooked perfectly.
It is perfect.
All right, so get your
How
potatoes,
I get
son.
mine?
Well, come around here. Come around here now.
How you want me to handle the butter?
Any way you want to. There's a fork.
I don't need that. Shoot ya.
All right, I'm gonna start fixing my potato the way I like it. Oh, here, honey, use a spoon so you can get you some of that wonderful sauce. I think I'm gonna put seafood on mine.
Oh my goodness.
Look at that.
Try that.
Okay, and you can try this.
Whoa. I don't know which one's better.
God
They're both
did
pretty great.
so good when he gave us the potato. Coming up, finger-licking good marinated chicken wings served with a fabulous avocado dip. He's going in, y'all. He's going in. And later, Bobby and I are taking cheesecake to the max. Surprise cheesecake pops, y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying the show, and I want to hear from you. Tell me what recipes or videos you'd like to see me make by just leaving a short comment below. Now, let's get back to the show, y'all. Y'all, welcome back. We're having the best time in the kitchen today. I'm sore through my middle from laughing.
From me punching you.
From me laughing. Oh, my goodness. Well, we're fixing to do is a lime-marinated chicken wings with avocado dip.
Right.
I'm gonna need the zest, or you're gonna need the zest, from about 1.5 limes.
This is my recipe.
Yes, it is.
I'll be zesting your lime.
If you would zest that lime into the chicken, I've got a blender up here because we're gonna really, really incorporate all these products good. We're gonna pour it over our chicken wings, and we're gonna let them marinate overnight.
Yep.
I'm gonna start with 1 jalapeno pepper that has been seeded and sliced. Don't get that pith in it now. You'll wanna make sure that you...
My recipe.
I
think the recipe calls for pith.
No, it does not.
Does. It says a small amount of pith.
Y'all, I have to...
And you're pithing me off. Get to cooking that.
All right, now I'm gonna add 4 cloves of garlic, 1/4 of a cup of oil, and we're using a vegetable oil, 1 tablespoon of tomato paste, a pinch of salt, and 2 tablespoons of honey. that I'm just gonna eyeball. All right, now I'm gonna juice 1.5 limes. Okay. All right, now all we're gonna do is puree our ingredients. All right. Let's take a look at that.
Does it smell good?
All right. So I'm just gonna pour this on top of your wings. And this does have to marinate overnight. And you can get a...
I'll just do it with my hands.
Oh, no, don't do it with your hands,
No?
son.
What you want me to use? Pair of tongs?
Yeah, just use those tongs. All right. So, son, if you'll just toss that up, making sure they're all coated real good, and then just cover it with a plastic. It's going in, y'all. It's going in. After you handle poultry, you want to wash your hands real good with soapy water.
Y'all excuse me while I wash my hands with soap.
Well, while Bobby's washing his hands, I'm gonna come down here and pull out some chicken that I've already marinated, because I knew Bobby Deen would not want to wait until tomorrow for these.
Oh, you had some ready?
Yes. So look at these wings.
Sweet.
We're just gonna lay our wings out on our cookie sheet, and I've got parchment paper on this cookie sheet so that cleanup will be easy. Now, I noticed in your recipe, Bobby, that you put these under the broiler, and it says to broil them on each side for 4 to 5
6
minutes.
Yeah, this is a quick recipe.
So let's put these in the oven, son. And I tell you what, my oven really has a very strong broiler, and I'm gonna crack that because you should always broil with your oven door not completely shut.
I didn't know that. How come?
Well, because it can get too hot and it can burn it. So you want to let some hot air out and some cool air in.
Well, you don't have some ready someplace since you had some marinated already.
Well,
There's not a hot pan of wings someplace?
You're talking about 5 minutes per side. Get down here and make this avocado dipping sauce.
This is something that I don't do a lot. Jamie's really good at making an avocado dip.
Just turn it kind of clockwise. Now, because this is so ripe, we're not gonna have any trouble getting this out. You would just take your spoon, nestle it against that skin, come around, and just that easy, your avocado's out.
Now, Bobby, add the second half of the avocado and dice us up 3 tablespoons of cilantro.
All right, now I'm gonna put a little salt.
I got you some cilantro.
Now, if you'd add that 1 clove of minced garlic and cilantro,
We're gonna put,
1.5 teaspoons of fresh lime juice.
so just that quickly, Bobby, we've got another great item to put on that buffet table. Casual dining that we love.
Up next, surprise cheesecake pops that's gonna just leave you wanting more.
You like it?
I so hope y'all are enjoying the show. And if you do, be sure to click like, subscribe, and the notification bell so you'll never miss a video. And we'll be right back after the break.
Bobby and I are taking wonderful recipes that work for the buffet table. You know, our family loves casual dining, and there's some foods that's just meant for a buffet table. Now, we have cooked up some lime-marinated chicken wings, and I love the fact that they've not taken your typical expected blue cheese and served with these. They've made up an avocado dip. So I can't wait to dig in.
Tell me what you think. Are they done enough?
Yes. They're perfect. And broiling them has got that skin real crispy. Never eaten avocado and wings before together.
Best wing you've ever had?
Oh, Bobby. They are delicious.
But you know what I want now? Something sweet.
Me too.
This is called a cheesecake surprise pop. And this is just a store-bought cheesecake.
Okay.
and all kinds of delicious little goodies that we can use for it.
You can fill the centers of these with peanut butter filled chocolate bite here. We've got a chewy caramel, and then we've got fresh raspberries.
Now I got the stick and the caramel. You make it a surprise by wrapping the cheesecake around it.
Okay. And I'm just using like a medium-sized scooper. And I'm gonna try to avoid that crust, because I think if we got any of that crust,
You'd probably have a hard time making a ball out of that
break
cheesecake
down,
if you were in that crust.
Oh, Bobby, look how simple. All right, I'm gonna roll this one in nuts. I love caramel and nuts. Love
so
chocolate.
look at these.
Doesn't that look good, Bobby?
Very, very good and very simple. You can refrigerate.
Very, very simple.
Put these in the fridge for a couple hours and
Yes.
let them get nice and solid.
Yes.
Give it a shot. I've eaten so many of these things.
Mmm.
You like it?
Mmm. This is one of those things that you won't want to put out too early.
No, this is a
Because
last
as they
minute.
start getting to room temperature, I mean, you'll want to just put a few of these out at the
Pull it out
time
of the
for your
freezer
guests.
right as people are ready to eat them.
Gosh, I've had fun putting this buffet together with you today. And Deen said he has to pick that poor baby up,
Hey,
Bobby.
kid, what you doing?
Hey, y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if y'all enjoyed this week's full episode Friday, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, friends.